The number of Kanban cards in a Kanban loop controls the level of inventory in that system. The more cards, the more inventory. The less cards, the less inventory. It's this particular principle that's the key to making the diagnosis that this question is asking of you. Let's look. A Kanban system has just been introduced into a machine shop to control the production of a common part used by many different subassemblies at many different workstations. Okay, the Kanban system has been operating for 2 weeks, all right, and workers have made many complaints about it. Apparently, workers who build the subassemblies cannot always find that particular part in stock when they need it. How can the Kanban system be adjusted to address these complaints? This problem is asking you to make a diagnosis. This Kanban system has just been put into place. There's this problem now. What do you do? What's the source of the problem and how can you fix it? And the key is, like I just mentioned, oh, wait a minute. When you're putting a Kanban system into place, you have to choose the number of cards that are circulating in the loop. And that's at the heart now of what needs adjusting. Number of Kanban cards. Now, what was that relationship? I'm just taking some notes here. You know, you could have a few or you could have many. I'm not picking any particular number because we don't have any information specifically about this machine shop, but certainly there's a decision in here. You know, you pick some certain number like 4 or 8 or 12. There's fewer and then there's more or there's many. The fewer cards you have, the less inventory will be tolerated in the system because the cards are permission for inventory to be produced, whereas the more cards you have, you're dialing up inventory as the system operates. You say, yeah, okay, but what about all this complaints about people who say they can't get it? Well, that's the key. The more inventory you have, the risk is wastefulness. Then that's not true lean operation. But the less inventory you have, the risk is shortages. People can't get a hold of the parts when they need it. And that's actually what's being described to you. That's what the workers are complaining about. They're complaining about shortages, which implies that the system is running too lean. There's not enough operating inventory in it, which the question's asking, what should you do about this new Kanban system? It's implying that it's too far over here on the few side. There's too few cards in the loop. So to address the question, how can the Kanban system be adjusted to address these complaints? Add more Kanbans. Right? Add more cards into the loop. That's going to bring up the level of inventory, and then listen if the complaints stop. Oh, I think then we found a good level. Now, speaking of making a diagnosis, this next problem here basically relies on this same principle. It's not really asking you to diagnose a problem, it's asking you to explain something you just saw. Let's take a look. 3 Kanban cards, okay, 3 Kanban cards are hanging on a board next to a work area, while another identical Kanban card is attached to a container that an employee is busy filling with parts created in that work area. Okay, 5 more matching Kanban cards are already attached to full containers placed in a convenient waiting area near this work area. A supervisor walks over, removes 2 of the Kanban cards from the board, and puts them in her pocket. This is what you just saw. Supervisor walks away. What is the, right, you explain it. What's the best explanation for why the supervisor just did that? All right, the first part of this problem is just verbally describing a classic Kanban system. One would assume that in that loop that's governing production, there's, let's see, 3 plus 1, that's 4, plus 5. There's at least 9 cards, and probably 9 cards circulating in that loop, right? At least when you first arrived. Oh, now I said this has to do with that same principle. Yes, number of cards. Number of cards. That's what I wrote right there. Few, many. Many means more inventory, or more cards means more inventory. Few means less. It's the exact same principle as with the previous problem. looks like when you arrived, this number of cards, like if this was the number line, was 9. The supervisor walks over, removes 2 of the cards from the board, has essentially pulled 2 of them out of the loop, right, reducing the total number of cards to 7, meaning that the supervisor's actions took the system that way, right? Supervisor reduced cards. What's the best explanation for why? Why? Apparently, to reduce inventory. I mean, we could sit here and brainstorm a lot of different reasons why the supervisor might have taken those 2 cards, like the supervisor needs those 2 cards to pick a lock or something, but this is not the best explanation. If you're not given any other information or the most rational explanation, right? The most rational explanation for why the supervisor did that is, right, that's how you control the level of inventory. You add cards or you remove cards. You just saw the supervisor do that. The supervisor must want to reduce the level of inventory of that particular part in the system.